Okay, is there an echo in here? Because it's time for some Echo Dawn. That's pretty good. I'm going to probably use that a lot. Yeah, you're going to be sick of me saying stuff like that by the time this is over. And speaking of over, we are just about over with the mountain quest where we went and got the armor ore. And we're heading back out of this cave, and we're going to go talk to the guys in the village, Underland. But first, some snakes are going to try to stop our progress, which is not going to happen because they are weak compared... I say that. They're like poisoning us for all this stuff. But my guys hit nice and hard, and they're going to go down very fast. Okay, get him, Bard. He's at 500 health, but this is no problem at all. I mean, the town is like right there. We just got to hit the inn, rest ourselves up, but you know, just for safety's sakes, still throw the heal down. Cleave. No cleave. Just attack. Because why bother? Don't really, again, actually need the heal. Just sort of force of habit. You just find yourself doing that, you know. A few hundred experience, and we've got a little ways to go yet down off of this hill. That's a box we've already gotten, which is kind of good news, right? It means we're going the right way. It does look confusing, I've said before, but it's not that confusing up here. It's pretty straightforward. You just climb on up and fight the giant spider and get the armor ore. Ah, another party of 3 snakes. Charm one of them, because that's kind of the thing to do when you only have the bard and the marksman coming up. You have a charm guy fight for you. Oh, he missed. That's okay. Took his turn out anyway. We just keep topping off a little bit of health. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt one bit. I could recharm him. It's like, nope, you don't get a turn. Not happening. Oh, and I get to go again, so I'll just whack the other guy. Okay. Just attack. Straight up attack. The Mystic's tiny bit of extra damage. And by tiny, I do mean fairly tiny. Pretty much most of the time. I have tons of MP though. I really should start burning that, but like I was saying before, you know, you get in the mode of trying to conserve MP because you're so desperate for it for healing. And you're not really used to using all those offensive spells. Nice, there's a chest down here. What do we get? Ha, I accidentally tapped the menu button to open it. Dungarees, let's check those out. Three armor, 3 speed, 1 intelligence. Versus, well, see, the dodge is great. So, plus 2 magic power. He doesn't really need 2 magic power, per se. 3 speed, 3 armor, 1 intelligence. That's just really great. You don't want to give that up. Leather Nicks? Are you kidding me? That should be a lot better. One of those things where you should have picked up the box on the way up the hill. I mean, for crying out loud. Where did I get that hide kilt from? Huh. Stuff I'm not noticing. I must have looted stuff from monsters, so definitely a Templar could use that. And I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else for anyone else, because there's some neat stuff in here, and we've got a cocoon shirt to place. So let's place that thing for sure. Question is who to place it on. 20 max MP. See, that's hard to get rid of, but she's got a lot now, so give it a shot maybe. She gets damaged a lot, so it's great if she's getting healed 10% every turn. I'm looking at rings as well. Okay, good enough. Throw down a save. I've said it a million times, but like I always like to do, after I take the time to kind of sort through the numbers and figure out what's better, I don't want some random thing to happen and lose that reorganization, because that takes a little bit of time. Now, the Hoatzin just attacked us with its barbed beak, and it turns out the Hoatzin is actually a real bird as well. And a lot of people think that it's very prehistoric. It's kind of like sort of an ancient-looking bird, sort of a dinosaurish descendant. They're actually pretty cool. People like to spot them in nature because they have claws on their wings and stuff. They're like velociraptors or something like that. They're kind of crazy, but they're not too fun to spot in nature when you're playing this game because they attack you with their barbed beak and they do like all this damage. But, you know, kind of cool to feel a connection to nature, I suppose, even if it's a painful one. Come to think of it, a lot of people's experiences with nature are painful. I mean, think about it. You ever go camping, you like sleep on the ground, and you have a root in your back all night? Awesome. Well, okay, this is getting worse and worse. Too bad we couldn't just take off with our charmed Hoatzin. I mean, they seem pretty decent in real life, at least. They do have that intimidating beak and stuff. But it'd be kind of cool in this game if you had, like, sort of like an animal... I'm not sure what the right word for it is, but sort of like a list of captured animals, you know? And you like cruise along and you like capture animals and it comes up in your list and you're like, I still have, you know, 400 beasts to tame. All right, let's see. There's an island to the west, but the problem is how to get there. I don't think that really connects to the current storyline I'm on at the moment. I'm thinking we better just go back to the king. I'm not sure if this guy really knows what he's talking about. I mean, he's obviously telling us something for the future, perhaps, but not the storyline I was expecting. So it must be at the king where we need to go, obviously. I mean, we got the stone. He's the one who wants the armor ore, so... Just a quick check through the shop to see if they had anything new, and they didn't. So I'm selling off some of the looted stuff we got. Make a little extra money. Never hurts, and get rid of some stuff out of my inventory. Just making decisions whether to sell off some of this stuff, and some of it's obvious. Some of it is like kind of a trade-off between, you know, you want this or do you want that? Do you want, you know, this little bonus that armor comes with, or do you want the other one that you're currently wearing? In general, what I've chosen to have on my characters is better, I think, so I'm just going to get rid of the old stuff. And it doesn't hurt to leave a piece or two around just in case you think, hey, well, for example, if something does like a lot of poison resist or something like that, especially rings and whatnot, you know, you might need that later. So those are cases where I keep that stuff and have it available at least to equip should the need arise. But there's no sense in keeping tons of junk with you, so sell it off in general. Okay, a whole bunch of swamp moccasins. Oh, I just don't want to meet any of these in real life. That would just be not very cool. Oh. Well, we don't really need the Aria of Ancients right now. But it's like, you know, why spend a bunch of times skipping turns? Just use it. And here we go, Super Gauge as well. That one maybe I'll save for the next fight. Oops, I totally meant to spin the wheel and do the cleave. And, oh, these are marsh moccasins. But anyway, you know, forget it. I'll just use it up and we won't have to skip turns. We'll just knock through them a lot quicker. Wow, even the Mystic showing a little bit of spunk there. Knocking the dude out with a 1200 critical. That's absolutely shocking for the Mystic. And we've got the beetles with the whole swamp living on their back, apparently. Growing mushrooms and stuff like that. They're like a community, you know? They're part plant or something like that. They're cruising around, these mojus. while we're down in the swamp water, we'll just sort of, you know, knock down any battles we can. But when I can hop back on the Zelling, we'll do that, because there's no sense wasting too much time down here. We need to get on to the next place. These frogs are kind of gnarly. They're gonna blind my whole party if I'm not careful. Let's see, one. Oh, yep, here it is. Spore pod, hairy frogs, spore podding all of us. Crusader's Call probably to be mostly wasted now, but we'll see. Oh, yep. Oh, well, just about everybody missed. We're getting poisoned. It's like, you know, it's like there's no chance of them winning. Oh man, it's stacked damage on the bar. That was crazy. They took off a couple. They did like 4 things in a row with stacked damage on him. I wonder if that's bugged or if that's working as expected, because yeah, that could just suddenly kill your whole guy. I mean, like, how many times can you actually be poisoned? Kind of once, right? I mean, you're poisoned or you're not. I know, unless they're different kinds of poison. But... Ooh, okay, Zelling was kind of already here. Just took us a while to get on that time. Anyway, off we go. We needed him anyway to jump over the rocks. And then I like tapped the action button to jump over the rocks and instead hopped off the Zelling. It was kind of funny. Okay, we gotta march through a little bit of forest. Ooh, the bears. Now, I don't know if I've actually... Have I seen these guys? Anyway, they're kind of cool bears. They don't do any damage. And it looks like we got the cousins of the Eyes down here, who did exactly 0 damage to the Mystic. They are definitely... Oh, I didn't want the bear to die so fast. Yeah, weak. Definitely weak. Well, anyway, we'll make our way back to the king very shortly now that we're in the clear. We are cool running. And let's just go straight to the story. Welcome back, my friends. We've got the Armanor. And a little bit of a understated humor there. No sign of the magician. And something I had remarked on as well, but we don't know. Alright, next task, northeast in Furnace. There's a stone hidden in Mount Ash, the volcano. And the king knows how to get protection from the fire. So we need to go to the town of Cinderton and get an artifact. A heat crest. The heat crest will help us get into the volcano. So apparently don't even bother to try going in there without that. So town of Cinderton first, and then Mount Ash. Okay, my guys are all raring to go. They're like excited. Okay, so we're leaving the Armanor here, and we're questing off. And again, the quick check through the shop never hurts. We've seen the difference that good gear makes. And at some point, you know, it might change, so it's worth checking. But for now, we're going to hit the inn, and I've got to end this video because of time, so we're going to pick up our quest for the Heat Crest in the next part.